Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we'll be reviewing the Leader Class Studio Series 86 Snarl, yes. This being one of the currently harder to find Dinobots because of, well, poor distribution and such, leading to him being scalped online. Apparently he is now, arriving at stores. It just took him way too long, which is very weird, but hey, I got him. I'm happy. I can't wait to get Swoop. He was officially revealed like a few days ago, and whew, he looks very good. And I can't wait to complete the entire set. So yeah, I do have previous Dinobot reviews of the previous Dinobots separately. Like it's like early on in like my channel, but I'll link them in the pinned comment or in the description if you guys want to watch and see my thoughts on them. So let's take a look at our lovely Stegosaurus or Spinosaurus. I think Snarl here is a Spinosaurus. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, because besides like T-Rex, Triceratops, Pterodactyl, those are really the only dinosaurs that I know. So, and Velociraptor, obviously. But yeah, here he is in his classically roboticized like dino mode, and ooh, it looks very. He is a brick. He is essentially just a brick with legs. So yeah. Also, yes, I'm going to mention this now to get it out of the way. I am a bit annoyed at the fact that the gold doesn't match. Like, I can understand why. Is because this is, well, the head here, and it has to flip into the legs to, like, hide away. And that could cause paint chipping, so I can understand why they didn't paint it, like, in the same gold color. That's on the spines here and across the other Dinobots. And speaking of which, let's bring in other said Dinobots. Here we have Sludge, who's very long. Here we have Slug, or Slag, if you want to go by the G1 name. Back the camera a bit. And here we have good old Grimlock. So yeah, honestly, really great set so far. Just need Swoop to finish them out, and then... And then apparently, for people that like the Bayverse Dinobots, can get updates on those guys. Like, I do like some of those, but it's not really my cup of tea, and I like these guys a lot more. So, yeah. So, as you can see, Snarl here does stand out a bit, especially with the gold on the limbs, and the gold, well, here for everyone else, is the same gold as on the spines. It does stand out a bit, but I can understand why they did it. So yeah, let me get these guys out of the way so we can get on to his beast mode articulation and transformation. So yeah, for his beast mode, he has nothing here at the head. Like, it is basically a solid brick here if you want to like turn it or move it up and down. His mouth does open, so if you want him, like, screaming at something, I guess. Also, no blast effect port here in the mouth to, like, show him, like, shooting fire. Because, for example, like, the other Dinobots have it as well. Like, here on Grimlock, there's a port here that you can put a blast effect in. To make him, like, obviously it's the wrong color here, but, like, this is just to show off. So yeah. So for his front legs, it is on a ball joint that can go a full 360. Can move around as much as you like, and then just a hinge here at the foot. Then the legs back here become the robot mode arms, so they can do a full 360. They can kind of do that, but that's mostly for robot mode. And this section here is a solid brick. There is a hinge here at the back leg. You can move it at your own heart's content. And then another hinge here at the foot, and then a rotation. And that's all the articulation this guy has for beast mode. So yeah, as I said, he's basically a brick with legs, because like even the tail here doesn't move. Like it is solid and pointing downwards always. So yeah. Also, his only accessory here is his sword, which is interesting because the rest of the Dinobots didn't come with swords, but because they're going with G1 cartoon accuracy, Snarl was the only one who had a sword, and he used it as a blaster. It doesn't make as much sense, but hey, you can get an upgrade kit to make, like, to give him a blaster, I think, from Non-F Productions, or even then you can probably get the DNA Designs one if you want to, even though I feel like it's just a lot of extra plastic for not enough play value in my opinion, which sadly sucks because DNA Designs, like, in its early years, like, actually made, like, really good upgrade kits. And then, yeah, but yeah, that's not the main focus here. Well, I'll get to that whenever the the core class Dinobot, like, upgrade kit comes in. So yeah. So, on to transformation. To start off with, fold up these, and then rotate them up like this, just to get them, like, prepped. And now for back here, we fold up this like, bring up this entire section here, just like that. And then we open these up. And then we can extend. And then, wait, before we fold the legs out, we bring these up. So that way, when you fold out the legs, the head can go into this cavity just like this. And then you just tab the panels back in, making me a bit awkward, so just keep your eyes out. So yeah, fold the feet forward, and then fold out the rest of the feet on ratchets, and then we can clean up a bit. Thought I saw something. So yeah, for the legs, you just fold them like until you get to this point, and then rotate the like over the front feet, like down, and then fold them inwards, just like that. And then also, it's gonna be easier just to show you if I split the legs apart. And bring this panel forward. Make sure everything in here sits flush with each other, and then boom, there you got the legs all done. Also, oh wait, one more thing. For transformation back into the Dino mode, the legs have to be in this configuration with this little piece here sticking out. Make sure you push that in to make it look even. Because it's something that I didn't know when I first got this guy and transforming it. I was wondering, like, what is that? And then, like, I didn't read the instructions correctly. Rotate the top part, and then we can bring it down. So, bring it down. Bring the arms like this. Untab them. Then make sure when you're bending the arm back, make sure the upper part here clicks into place just like that. And then rotate that around, bring it back like that. Also fold that out so you can bring the fists out just like this. Then you can fold this in to fill in the gap. Rotate the fist around, and then do the same thing on the opposite side. There we go. Okay, and then for the final bit, you just split the tail here down the middle and make sure this tab here goes into this slot. They don't just hang out back here. And then untab this thing from the chest because it goes into these two slots here. Bring it, and before you bring it down, you can push out the head just like that. Then bring this up, fold that up, And here we have Snarl in his robot mode. And honestly, he is arguably one of the most clean out of the entire Dinobot set. Like, look at the amount of backpack that he has. The only, like, backpack that he does have is what he's supposed to have, which is these, like, tail wings here. By now, like, he is, like, very clean. And, like, if you told me that this guy transformed into a Spinosaurus, then I would probably, well, obviously I'd believe you because I know this, but honestly I'd have a hard time believing because that's just a robot. So yeah. Also, the head splits apart right here to, well, help form the individual legs, but they did paint it silver on the inside so it blends in a bit better, which honestly is pretty nice. So yeah. So I'm going to do articulation and then I'm going to do comparisons because there's going to be a bit of a cut. So yeah, so for articulation, he has a ball joint at the head, and also you can use the transformation hinge to, if you wanted to look up like that, I guess, which honestly is pretty weird. But yeah, also on my copy originally, this black piece in the middle is separate from like the red bit here. It was like free floating for a while until it just like clicked into place. So if that's like it on your copy, it's probably not fully set. So yeah, just wanted to like give due warning. So yeah, his head is on a ball joint. He does have a waist swivel, which is really nice. Arms can go out that far. Arms can do almost a full 360 until they bump into the tail here. You can kind of move it back to get a little bit of extra range if you want. So yeah. So he does have a bicep swivel, which is really nice. Over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, and if you want to use the transformation hinge has a double bend, you can, and well, honestly, that's pretty cool. So yeah, and he does have a wrist swivel, and if you can use the transformation hinge to slightly bend the fist out if you want to use the sword, put the sword at a slight angle, but you can also bring this transformation bit back if you want him to just like pointing the sword, but then you're left with this gap here. So yeah, options. So for the hips, legs can go forward that far. You can use the transformation a little bit to get a bit extra, but sorry, thought I heard something. So yeah, he can use it to get slightly a bit further, and then he can go back that far. But really enough, if you're using the waist swivel and the hinge at the same time, they do collide, so I do recommend moving the leg into whatever position you want first and then using the swivel. So yeah, so also he does have a little bit over 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and it is on a very good ratchet. Again, I keep hearing a weird squeaking noise in my room, and it's driving me insane. So yeah, but sorry. Back on topic. Here, like fully like nice clicky ratchet joints at the knees, which sadly on other Dinobots, the ratchet joints are slightly iffy. Like it depends on your copy, honestly. So yeah. And then for ankles, they do go the full 90. It's just that they are two separate pieces, so they might do that. So just make sure you're holding all of it. And also they click into place if you want them to be flat-footed. Also some toe articulation, but you don't really get any up, and this is mostly just due to transformation. So yeah. So that has been the articulation of Snarl. Let me get everyone else transformed, and then we can do a comparison. So just give me a second. Okay, here we go. We'll get everyone in frame. Here we have good old Grimlock, Sludge, and let me back the camera up again. And no, and well, not Snarl. God, a lot of the Dinobots have S names, and I tend to mix up who's who. I meant to say Slug, Sludge, Grimlock, and Snarl. So yeah, honestly, as a cohesive set, these guys look really good next to each other. Like, oh, though, do note for these two specifically, I do have the non-F Productions upgrade kit for them, which gives them both their swords here, and also new horns here for Slug, and front teeth for Grimlock's Dino mode, and well, the sword, and also a crown. So yeah, I'll plan on getting his kit in the future. There are already reviews out, trust me. And also, I probably will get the kit for this guy. I don't know. I'll probably wait until Swoop comes out, which honestly, I feel like is going to make me very happy because I've never had a full set of Dinobots before, and there's like good, big, chunky, like for comparison, here they are with the like Earthrise Hound mold, which is detritus. So they're big, and they're chunky, and do you know these three here are kind of harder to find now because I don't know, maybe I think some are discontinued. You could definitely find the Grimlock mold because there's the like G2 version, which is like the tiger stripes. There's the new comic book version that's coming out, and supposedly a blue G2 version that's in like some listings. So like you're not like out of options for this mold, but for these two, do be cautious when you're searching on the aftermarket, I feel, because it can be a bit expensive, especially for ones that had like limited runs. So we might get re-releases of these guys in the future, just to either re-up on the trademarks or something like that. But honestly, I'm happy with what I have, and I don't think I'll ever be getting rid of these guys. So that has been me and my review for 86 Snarl. And give me a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought. And I do have the other reviews of the other 3 Dinobots on this channel, so if you want to check that out, I'll put them in the description or in the pinned comment. So that has been me. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.